Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play Fear of Bugs 2. A game released on the Steam store. It normally retails for $10 and it's on a current Steam fall sale. 50% off, and I did buy this game, so basically I paid $5 for the pleasure. There's also a Fear of Bugs 1, but only Fear of Bugs 2 has motion controller support. But they're both VR supported, and believe it or not, I'm actually gonna recommend this game. I think it's the best Cockroach game in VR. But let's go ahead and let's just play. This is gonna be a full gameplay, full walkthrough, so beware. I'm gonna do spoilers, obviously, because I'm gonna play through the whole game. And it's been a while. Welcome to our laboratory again. This time I have a favor to ask of you. It's something only you can do. By mistake, a large number of G's people were released into the laboratory. I have no idea why they're calling cockroaches G's, but okay. Or why they're calling them, I guess, G's people? It doesn't make sense. Most individuals are immature and will naturally disappear, but some mature individuals continue to survive. Anyway, it's highly prolific and toxic, so it'd be extremely dangerous if it leaked out of the laboratory. This sounds like it was written by AI, so it might have been written in Chinese first and translated to AI to English. But it sounds weird. So I would like to ask you to collect it. I wrote down the details in a note on the table. Let's take notes on the table. So these are all button pushes to move the dialogue forward. Try the stick on your right hand controller forward to move forward. Okay. Yes. Point the stick of your right controller toward the memo. When the tip of the pointer changes to a finger mark, keep pressing the A button until the memo is in your hand. About code G, adult insects can become invisible or pass through objects. I should have given you the sensor. If they were nearby, they would respond by sound. We don't have a sensor. I don't know why they mentioned the sensor, because there's never a sensor in this game. Okay, with that in mind, let's find an insecticide first. These are just an explanation of the controls. A and trigger, that's it. So button pushes all around and then trigger. So obviously the VR interactions are not very good, and actually locomotion is not very good. How to defeat code G? What are the ways to fight against them? Now we have developed. There is no other way than spraying the drug. Easy to handle spray. We have been waiting for you, so just in case, permit use if necessary. I highly recommend taking it off the shelf first. So locomotion is not very good. It's done by one hand. I hate games that do one hand locomotion. So most games you use the left joystick to move forward, backwards, and then strafe. This game doesn't do that. If you move the joystick to the side, it'll turn. And either joystick, either the left or right hand, work exactly the same. Now, spoiler alert, we're going to go ahead and get the spray. I don't think you can actually eat the apple. So, even though this is VR supported, the VR interactions are very outdated, very basic, and they barely work. Now, like I said, spoiler alert, I'm gonna spoil the whole game, so this is your last chance. Like I said, I do recommend it. I actually think I'm not kidding, I actually think this is the best Cockroach game in VR ever. Catch the G. Why do they call cockroaches G? I don't understand. That makes zero sense. Hello, how are you? So if you're terrified of cockroaches, this is probably going to be the scariest game ever. I'm not really. Cockroaches don't really scare me. You know.
Emergency call. Confirmation of growth of released test specimen. Staff remaining in the building should evacuate to a shelter immediately. I'll repeat. Confirm the growth of the released test specimen. Staff remaining in the building should evacuate to a shelter immediately.
So I should clarify that I'm using the HP Reverb G2 with the Oasis driver for Windows Mixed Reality. And, you know, if you want to seppuku yourself, you just spray yourself with a bunch of spray. Now, again, spoiler alert, I'm going to do something that you might not think of. This game is about 15 to 30 minutes long, but I already know what to do, so it's going to be probably shorter than that. But I am delaying a lot because I'm reading and stuff, so. But spoiler alert, that was the solution to get past that door over there. So I found the secret hiding spot. You know, some of these like have cockroaches and stuff at some point. But like I was saying earlier, I'm using the HP Reverb G2. Now I did find an issue with using the Meta Quest 3. You have to use Steam VR, or otherwise the game doesn't start in VR. So I had to change Steam VR to the default OpenXR to get this game to work with the Meta Quest 3. So beware of that. If the game doesn't show in VR, like I said, the way I got it to work in VR is change Steam VR to the default OpenXR, and then it should work. Oh, by the way, did we miss? Oh, we missed something. We missed this. There we go. More cockroaches. Ah, cockroaches are in my hand. Ah. Now, like I said, I'm not really scared of cockroaches. Sorry. But yeah, I think this is the best cockroach game in VR, bar none. Like, I've never played a better cockroach game in VR. So, you know, there's several believe it or not, there's several cockroach games in VR. No joke. But this is the best one. Now, I haven't played Fear Bugs 1, but that one doesn't have motion controller support, so I don't know if I want to buy it. You know, it's the same price. Normally priced for $10, sale price 50% off, $5. And obviously, this game isn't very long. Like I said, 15 to 30 minutes long. Again, look at that big cockroach. But like I said, they don't scare me. Big ones, small ones.
The test specimen has become gigantic. The entire laboratory will soon be blown up and wiped out. Staff remaining in the building should evacuate to a shelter immediately.
Actually, I got bitten by ants.
Had become gigantic.
And
the entire laboratory
man, these I never seen ants like these. These are some of the biggest ants I've ever seen.
In the building should evacuate to a shelter immediately.
And the bites, man, oof. I'm not going to show pictures of my arms, but it wasn't pretty. I'm not really allergic to insect bites, but these ants really got me. So if anything, I would say I'm more scared of ants at this point. You know what's terrifying about ants is just there's so many. Like, you might think there's lots of cockroaches, or you might think there's lots of spiders or other insects, but ants, they swarm. No joke. And they attack. Like, why did the ants bite me? I wasn't doing anything to them. You know, they're very territorial. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you know, I think that's one thing I like about this game. This game goes over the top. It really does. Look, there's lava on the ground. Now, I don't like that message about recenter your HMD because I really don't need it, those messages. But look at this. It's crazy. It doesn't even make sense. Like, you were like in an office building, bug spraying cockroaches, and then you're above a lava pit with your building being reduced to rubble, and you're I will say this: naturally, I'm scared. I mean, is there any human that can really say they're not scared of heights? Like, I think anyone that says they're not scared of heights is lying. Because I think all humans just have a natural fear of heights. It makes sense, it's a survival instinct. Don't fall, don't fall and kill yourself. But in VR, I don't have a fear of heights, because I know I'm not going to die. Like, I don't know, maybe someday somebody will make a VR experience that's very realistic, and where I will actually feel the fear of heights. Like, obviously in real life I would, but just not in VR. Alright. So now we're like in a lab. Ah! If you are scared of cockroaches, though, I could say this is probably a very scary experience for you. It doesn't bother me, though. It's obviously it's not real. What am I looking at? An exploding cockroach. So yeah, I actually like this game. I think it's over the top. I just wish it was longer. It's kind of too short. That would be my main criticism. And obviously the VR interactions could be smoother. They could be more polished. Make it a little bit more immersive that way. But having these floating hands and then these interactions that just aren't the best. Oh man, look at this. Let me nuke myself. Okay. Alright. And then the one-handed locomotion. I don't know why developers do that. Why do they do that? Just make locomotion in one hand. Forward, backward, straight, left, and right. And then the opposite hand. Turn. It's simple. Do we have to use the bug spray, or? There we go. Finally, that's the interaction that we needed. All right, there we go. We finally got it. I hope you're not scared of cockroaches. All right, there we go. There we go. We got it. So, like I was saying, I think this is the best cockroach game in VR ever, bar none. No close second at all. But seriously, if I have to rate it, I'd probably give it a 5.5 out of 10. The main reason is that it's just too short, and the VR interactions could be better, than the one-handed locomotion. And the fact that it doesn't really... Oh, man. Like I said, it doesn't really work on the MetaQuest 3, because you have to start Steam VR first and then make it the default OpenXR. Of course, I'm on HP Reverb G2, so on the HP Reverb G2 it just starts naturally. But just letting you guys know, I did try this first on the MetaQuest 3 and it didn't start in VR. Look at this big... Look at this. This is the mother load. This is the queen. Or the king. I'm not sure. And yeah, we even got a boss. We got a boss fight in this game. Whoa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kill G. Why do they call cockroaches G? I don't understand. While the wire mesh is blocking his way. Okay. G's weak point is legs. Okay, yeah, we can see it. There we go. Is it even possible to lose? I mean, how do you lose? Oh my, yeah. Best cockroach game ever. 10 out of 10. No, seriously, like I said, I would give this a 5.5 out of 10. Like I said, main criticism is just too short, 15 to 30 minutes long, probably more on the 15-minute side. Interaction, very poor, a lot of button presses, and you're gonna see this rope, you don't even climb it. Like, you should climb this rope, it would be a lot more immersive. And finally, the one-handed locomotion and the fact that it at least on the MetaQuest 3, it doesn't start automatically in VR. You have to go to Steam VR and change it to the OpenXR to get this to render in VR, which, I mean, it lists the MetaQuest 3 as officially supported. You know, that should be the case. But yeah, you don't even climb this. Like, you don't even climb it. No, you don't. You don't even climb it. It's just an automatic interaction. Anyways, that's Fear Bugs 2 by complete walkthrough. Successful escape, yes, thank you. So this is Fear Bugs 2. Like I said, I do recommend it. It is the best cockroach game in VR, bar none. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I did buy this game. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.